Hey guys, Rachele here with Amethyst Ascension. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. So today I'm doing a video on starting to fill in my new book of shadows. So my digital book of shadows. So I had showed you guys in the previous video, just briefly, the categories that I have put in. Let me get up close so you can see them better. But you know that I get the witch's roots, and that I have also gotten the witch's moon box. And I love the artwork, right? And you guys know that I had made a book of shadows, or grimoire, herbal grimoire, with that artwork. So what I want to do today is take pictures of that. Here is just a small amount of artwork that I have gotten. And this is the herbal stuff. Now, I also have all of this artwork. All of this. And I've still got more in the book that I've created. I've got this from the bigger, the 8x10 sizes that I've gotten from the Witch's Moon. I've got tons of it. And this was another problem. I mean, like, look at that. That is so freaking cool. This was another issue and why I had bought another book. But it was just like, for me, it was very limiting because I'm just like really particular. I'm a perfectionist and I like things, and my stuff is not perfect, but I still like it within like a certain aesthetic for myself personally. So I was really hard on myself with doing any kind of book of shadows. And so this, hopefully, because we're just getting started with it, is going to help me with that a little bit. So I wanted to focus on doing the herbs today. So I loved this artwork. So what I did just before, just to let you know, is you see how a lot of these come with the white border? So I took that off because I don't want that in here. Everything looks really, really rustic. So what I did was cut all of the white borders off of everything. And then I actually took like some ink and distress the edges a little bit, all that, on all of these images, so that when I crop them down, they're going to be darkened and look like they were like darkened onto the page a little bit. I'm hoping that that's the effect that it's going to get. And I'm doing it down here because, for one, I wanted to actually show you how simple it is to start inputting stuff. But at the same time, I also needed good lighting. And I hope that this light is going to work, because I started doing this upstairs in my other office and the lighting just wasn't right. It was putting shadows on it, so it didn't work. So I'm hoping that this is going to be better. So first thing I need to do is put it into edit mode, which is this little button up here. It looks like a pen with a circle, and you hit that, and that is an edit mode, and it brings up all of these options here. So then you have this little icon right here that is a camera. So that's what I would click on, because see, I need to make sure I'm in camera mode, which I am. There's different modes, but this is the camera one right there, or the picture mode. And then I would click on camera, and it affects my camera underneath here. So I'm going to see if I can do this right on screen so you can see. Let me do this over a little bit, because the camera's right like underneath here. Make sure before you're doing this that you clean your screen really good. I mean your camera. You see? So the next thing I'm going to do is, if I like that, I like the lighting, it's squared off enough, even. You have two options down here: retake or use photo. I'm going to use photo. And then Now that it comes up like this, I'm going to click on it again, like so. And I don't know why it's not doing that. Oh, okay, because I have to link it. There we go. See, Apple Pencil. All right. Oops. Okay, see crop? I'm going to crop it. And I'm just going to grab it right here. Right there. And you see how that looks? I'm going to use this little arrow right down here. And there it is. Now later on, if you want, I'm not going to do it at this moment, but later on if you want, and I'll probably crop this down a little bit more on this side right here because I'm seeing a little bit of the table. Okay, I've got to do a little bit more. But anyways, another thing you can do is take your pen tool, if I wanted to, go like that, or do like a rustic, more like a brown color or whatever. And I'm going to put it on a bigger one. And if you want, you can outline all of them. See? Which obviously it's kind of awkward. But if you were to sit it down, you could essentially line it. And I have it on a different, I've got it on this brush pen. If I were to put it on ball and then do it, it would be more even. But I'm going to undo that. But I was just trying to show you that you can do that as well. So that was how easy it was to put it. So let's see how many I have under herbs. Okay, that's right, because I had already started putting these in and taking them out because I didn't like the lighting where I was at. And I thought the lighting of that was really good. And I liked this one for that page because it was like herbal potions and brews, and it's got like little words. Which, you know what? Something else I want to really show you that I think is wonderful about digital journaling. If you are somebody like me who is getting older and your eyesight is not what it used to be, when I am looking at these, I have to put my glasses on because I cannot see this. The artwork is gorgeous, but I can't see it. But guess what? Now I can see it. I can easily read what each part is. I mean, isn't that fabulous? I love it. So I'm just going to keep on adding. Now, I have put mine in alphabetical order as much as I can. These are all like herbs and florals. So I'm just gonna show you a few of these. I'm going to put it over this way some. Oops. Try to get it as even as you can because the way that you crop these, it's pretty, you know, just do, you know, straight lines. So the more even you can get your picture on your screen, the better off it's going to look. I think that's pretty good. So again, I'm going to touch it again, and I'm going to get the crop option. I'm going to crop this down as close as I can. And at any point that you don't like how it turned out, you can always undo. And it's that simple. Unlike pasting something down, if you're not happy with it, then you can't undo it. Another thing I like, well, I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. I like showing this on the page. Look at how excellent that looks. Now, if you want it to look more rustic, you could probably scan pictures, or there might be programs that you can use. I don't know. I haven't gone that far into it. Let me put this over here a little bit. But you can probably make it look more rustic by changing the color. Wow, that's so good. Look at that. I'm going to use photo. I'm going to crop it. And at any point that you want to put these back into your regular Book of Shadows, you can. But another thing that I love about these is it's so forgiving. If you have to take it out and put it in again because you get a new one and it's in alphabetical order, meaning it changes, you know, the order of your layout. No, that's too big, because I want them around roughly the same size. And there you go. You can make these smaller. You can put some of your own information if you want. You could do one whole page of like amber on one side and then your own write-up, or take other pictures of amber and put them in there. However you want. I love this. The same as I loved, you know, my other regular handheld book. But the beautiful thing about this is, and I was talking with Dawn Michelle about it, the idea of being able to put all of your stuff, all of your different journals and planners and Book of Shadows and everything all in one place. It's so accessible. You can take it with you. If you have like some of them, which I've still got to put in here, like sigils, you could do a whole page of sigils, like here, blow it up, turn it sideways, and actually be able to do your magic right on top of that sigil. I mean, it's just so versatile. So I'm going to pause this. I'm going to do a few more, and then I'm going to do a flip through for you to see. Okay, so I have gotten to a part. Let me go back to the beginning. This is the herbs. I've gotten to a part where, I mean, it's looking so cool, right? But where it's going to the next section or category. So I'm going to go back to this one. I'm going to hit the little plus inside of a like page, and I'm going to hit this one. And after, I could also put it before if it was like maybe I got two more that were C's, you know what I mean, in alphabetical order. I could copy something, put it on another page, and then delete it on one page and add another one in there, yada, yada, yada. It's like so versatile. So I'm going to put it after, and then I'm going to add a couple more. Isn't that gorgeous? Look how bright that is. I'm going to use the photo. I'm going to crop it. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect either. Another thing you can do is have like a deep brown table that you're doing it on, or desk that you're doing it on, if your eyesight is not super well, so that even if you don't crop it perfectly, it's going to be like almost like an antiqued frame, which actually might be kind of neat for all of the pages as well. Or afterwards, you can go through and you can put like an actual little frame over the top of all of them. You know, like layering them. It's just like so versatile. You can do so much with this. But I really love the idea of how expandable it is. And I'm sure that there's quite a few people that even see artwork that they like, let's say on Pinterest or anywhere. As long as you're not turning around and reselling something, you can use an artwork that you see right off of the internet and just put it right on there. Another thing I want to show you, because these look a little bit thin for me, right? So I'm going to click on this one. It's got these little arrows. I'm going to widen the page a little bit, which is something obviously you can't do to an actual page. And I'm going to do the same with this one. Look at that. And I'm going to bring it over a little bit more. Bam. Look at how cool that looks. Am I right? And so if you're taking this with you and you want to know like a lot of the lore and stuff like that and the different names, but you don't want to have all the books with you, right? Because obviously there are different books for everything, right? But a book of shadows is the things that you are interested in and that you definitely, create like one place for all of it, unless you have several different. But this is expandable up to 18 different categories. So, like, there's a section for deities. So, there's several different ones that I have for different deities. I can take a picture and put several different deities in there. You can write up, you can do personal experiences, you can do anything you want and put them in there. So, that's just step one of, I'm just going to put this, Book of Shadows journaling episode 1. So thank you for joining me today, and I am sending you love always. Thank you so much.